keeping it real, keeping it you. What's that you say? Keeping it real, keeping it real.
Hey, welcome back to WhO on this nice jelly bean day. Yes, it's National Jelly Bean Day, and it is Earth Day too. And we have some new guests. It's now your last name is almost hilarious. Is that your real last name?
Yeah. Oh no, it was shortened. It used to be Androsakisopoulos.
So you're
No, I'm kidding. That's my real last name.
so it's Andrea.
Andrea Androsakis.
Are you Greek?
Yes.
So
Kapanis.
Kapolikala.
Oh,
First though. And you also have an extravagant name, KeN McQueen III.
That's true.
Now, this way you hold this, and I'll share with her.
Yes.
So who's the first and the second?
That would be my father and my grandfather.
Now, do you have any brothers?
No, but I just have a son who's the fourth now. So.
No way.
It is way.
Wow.
Steve is your uncle.
Steve's my uncle, yeah.
Okay.
And Alexander McQueen's my other uncle. So
Oh, wow.
it's pretty awesome.
Where are you from?
Originally from Washington State.
Okay.
Spent a bunch of time in Miami, so
Ah.
I'm wondering why I spent the cold winter here. But
Yeah, right? Suntan U. My brother went to University of Miami.
yes. So
Quite a place.
Awesome.
Now, you were born here,
born and raised.
but you do speak Greek?
Just a little.
Yeah, legal, right? Me too.
Baklava.
Ah. Uzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, like
Malaka. I know, that's all you need to know, right?
Pastries, all the pastries.
So it's funny coconut.
Exactly.
I know. So talk to me about why you're here, because you have a pretty seasoned past of being in Fame.
Yes, I won't live forever.
Yeah.
I still do.
Yeah. So who were you in Fame?
Well, I was a student at the High School of Performing Arts. The senior year, they were making Fame. So I auditioned for Alan Parker, and then I was cast as a drama student, as myself.
Oh,
So I'm really visible in the dancing in the street scene.
what in the movie
Yeah.
with Irene Cara?
Mhm. And I also was in an episode of the television show.
So which was more fun?
Well, they were both awesome in the movie we shot all summer, and I got to meet Alan Parker.
Yeah.
And then the TV show, we were tap dancing on the steps of the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Wow. I used to have a Spanish teacher in college that would always tell me, like, I had like the first Walkman because my parents had been to Japan and they brought it back. And I used to always have it. And he would say, you should be in Fame. And then I see anyone in Fame is so cool to me. It's like,
Yeah, well, I mean, my experience in school now is there forever. A lot of the teachers play themselves. My drama teacher played himself in the movie, James Moody.
and that's when it was called that school. It was performing arts.
Yes, and now it's LaGuardia.
Yeah. So now, what are you using your Fame experience? Because now you're doing film.
Well, it's come full circle. I've actually directed and choreographed the stage version of Fame. Which-
So Fame is your favorite four-letter word, huh?
Yeah, so hopefully I'll be famous.
Wow.
But actually, I never wanted to be famous. I just wanted to work, and make a living, and see the world. And so I've done that, and I've been to 34 countries. I just got back from India.
With Fame?
No. I was choreographing and teaching in India for 5 months.
No. Wow. So were you choreographing people from there, or
Yeah.
so were they a lot of yogis?
Well, they know the Indian classical dance, and Kathak, and the Bollywood that I talked about.
Ah, Bollywood.
Bollywood, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you can do it all too. I mean, you're.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of
How fun is that?
If you live forever, you might actually be famous, so there you go.
There you go.
I take that.
Wow. And how do you two have? What do you have in common?
Well, we did a show a couple of years ago, and we just happened to be put together, and I was doing music direction, she was doing the direction and choreography for the show.
Evita.
Evita.
Oh,
We
interesting.
were in
Because
John's
you
office.
know, we you know today.
Talking about
I mean, not for anything, but you
Well,
brought up
birthday,
Evita.
obviously.
It's not her birthday, but today is the day that Ralph Lauren got. He agrees to pay $1.6 million to resolve bribing public officials in Argentina.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's about time. We were all waiting for that. I mean,
They
let's-
took
Don't
Yeah,
cry
they
for
took
me.
it.
I felt like he was singing "Don't Cry for Me," Ralph Lauren. You know. So wait. So you did Evita.
Yeah.
Wow.
At Johns Hopkins University.
It was an awesome performance, and we spent like 3 months together. And from that point on, we were like, you know what, we need to work together more often.
How wonderful is that?
Yeah.
So what are you working on now?
Well, right now we're working on a children's musical opera, using opera themes in sort of a more contemporary context, and trying to do some educational runs for kids, just to reintroduce them.
Now, would the kids be singing opera?
No.
Well, no, it's adults performing for children,
Okay.
and the only one who sings opera is the squirrel, Sire, who wants to be an opera singer. But the rest of the time, it's opera melodies, but used in a musical theater way.
Interesting.
But similar melodies. Killed a wabbit, killed a wabbit. That's
Most
Wagner.
people's, exposure to high culture, you know.
Exactly.
But
Excuse
yeah,
me,
and now
pardon
that we don't
me.
have that anymore, then it's like just a tiny little bit. It's unbelievable.
Well, the sophistication in all of those comedies was so beyond our comprehension at the time when we watched it. But if you go back and watch it, it's like, I don't know, it blows my mind how ahead of their, the writing on all those shows.
Incredible.
Oh my gosh, right?
Yeah.
Flintstones, all that stuff. It's like, how did I miss that when I was 8?
Well, I know, and I think kids are really intelligent enough to understand.
Now,
It's like they want
yeah,
to.
well-
They want to know.
Well, now it's so blatant. See, there's nothing for imagination anymore. It's
Yeah.
like, it's just too right there. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, it's too much. I think back then, that's
There's
all they
more
allow people to get them
mystery.
to know, but somehow kids seem to get it. I can't really put my finger on it.
I
I guess
know.
it's just, I just think, okay, this is the way it is.
But
Yeah.
you know the music because of that. That's
Yeah,
the thing. Like,
exactly.
we recognize those pieces. We recognize the melodies, even if we don't go to the Met and have a subscription. Which
Yeah,
also
exactly.
fine, yeah.
So that's great. So where do you plan on bringing this to the kids?
But we
How?
had a festival at the Keyport Arts Festival.
And we're playing at it. My band.
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
Rena
That's what we're talking
is-
about.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is he's from Pittsburgh, and because I played in Pittsburgh once, one of my bandmates who's from Pittsburgh that moved here, who's right over there, who's going to perform, is here, and then Rita's from Pittsburgh too, and so it's like this whole. Have you guys been to Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Yeah.
And why?
I visited the museum that was, I forgot his name.
Andy Warhol.
No, it was his private home, and then they moved it into they
Is
moved
that what
his
that is?
collection into, anyway,
Come on, Pittsburgh.
I don't know.
It's like Pittsburgh shut
they moved the collection into a museum, but before that, you went and you got to see it.
Heights.
He was a doctor.
Oh.
Anyway,
I'll have to look into this.
Incredible.
You're always stupid wherever you're from.
Yeah, exactly.
It was-
Everyone wants to go somewhere
Yeah,
else
no.
to see something. It took me 10 years to get to the Warhol, before I got
I know.
We were there for the opening when Bowie and Jagger and Liza didn't get out of the limo. We're like, this sucks. Let's get out of here.
Wow. So yeah, the key. So you're going to be there, and you're going to be showing your.
yes, it's called I Can Sing an Opera, and it's about a squirrel who wants to sing opera, and all of the other farm animals are against it.
Well, we have some farm animals right here. We do. We
And
have
they're
some.
tasty.
We have chicks, ducks, and bunnies. Are any of them in your program?
Yes, we have chicks,
Oh, check it out.
and we have cows, and we have a horse. He's a naysayer.
Well, maybe you can make them sing right now.
Well, we can kind of show you a
That
little,
would be great.
a little bit of how we use the opera
Yeah,
melodies.
I'd love to hear
So
that.
the opening number is called Life on the Farm,
Okay.
and it's to Mozart's Non più andrai
Okay.
from the Marriage of Figaro, and it goes.
Figaro.
All right, exactly. On the farm, this your life, it ain't easy. It's the same pretty much every day. And the land that I till I own, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So you see, you really wouldn't recognize that it was opera.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So today happens, like we said, it's National Jelly Bean Day. Please help yourself to some jelly beans. And now we'd like to get a skeleton from your closet. So
I have a child.
is that your skeleton?
No.
Yeah, but you already said he's the fourth. Yeah, KeN the fourth. How old is he?
He's 6 months.
Oh my gosh, you have like a baby.
Yeah.
He's not like even a child yet. He's
No.
like a baby.
And he'll never be a child.
Yes, he will.
Okay, he's gonna be a
Before
child.
you even realize it, trust me. So, all right, well, you can tell a skeleton maybe from when you were 10.
Ooh, a skeleton from when I was 10.
Yeah.
Interesting years.
They are interesting years. We didn't have TV or video cameras on our phone, thank goodness.
Right.
Oh man, it's got to be. All right, we were talking about this. You can't do this anymore. It's unreal. They don't even have them. But when I was growing up, when I was 10, we could still get little plastic guns that looked like an actual Uzi because it was, the 80s, and you could do anything in the 80s.
Right.
Even if you
That
weren't
harmful.
21. Yeah. Right. So we used to just sit in the over next to the highway and pretend to shoot cars as we went by.
Now you would get arrested.
Of course you would get arrested. Of course you would get arrested.
Yeah.
In Florida, you get shot, stand your ground.
Every single person that drove by the road, no one died. It was completely
thank
fine.
God for
Yeah.
that. So it's
Okay.
all just some good fun. There you go. All right, now let's get a better skeleton from you. You went to Fame High School. There's a lot of things that go on in that high school.
Oh, yeah.
What happened? What was your favorite bathroom moment?
Well, my friends, my male friends, have stories about looking at the window and looking at the porn house across the way. There were prostitutes, and they got their education. I had mine a lot earlier because the Ansonia Hotel where I grew up was the home of the Continental Baths. And then,
like 10th Street?
No. The Ansonia is on 73rd and Broadway.
Okay.
And then it was Plato's Retreat, famous white swapping.
I remember Plato's Retreat, but they moved downtown to like 30s.
Yeah, I don't know, but when it was in my building.
Plato's was in your building?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, and before that.
Did you ever go in?
No, but I did go. My father, he was quite progressive. He's a filmmaker, and he brought us, my mom and me, on New Year's Eve. We went to the Continental Baths and heard Bette Midler. And
That's where she,
Yeah.
And Marvin Hamlish.
Barry Manilow
Barry Manilow.
was her
That's
accompanist.
who it was. Wow.
I just missed Barry in Pittsburgh, by the way. I was bummed about it. I was
Wow.
listening to too much on Spotify. The guy that brought it, that didn't drove her crazy for a week.
Wow. Wow. So she was like a newcomer, and he was too?
Yeah, he was her accompanist.
Yeah, I knew it was somebody like, I forget, it was Barry Manilow and Bette Midler. Wow, isn't that amazing? Do you remember?
I remember at 2 a.m. one time we had a fire, and so all of the guys,
Everyone in the pool!
we were in the lobby in the Ansonia. There are all these opera singers and
You
teachers.
grew up in the Ansonia, so you're like one of those like little kids that
Eloise.
Eloise,
But
yeah.
yeah, a little bit darker than the Plaza.
Right,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, not when Charlie Sheen's there.
A little grittier. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Wow, that's so cool.
Another thing I used to belong to a ballet punk group, and we used to play all the clubs down here like ABC and Danceteria. We go on at 2 a.m.
Right.
with our pink point shoes and pink tights and blue reed glasses, and we do like Vicious. You hit me with a flower, brise, volet, pas shot, tant de quiz.
Oh, that's so cool. What is the website you want people to find you guys at?
I
ReW
would
and who?
Oh, well, this will be up on YouTube soon. Yeah.
I Can Sing an Opera is literally brand new, so some of this might go on the website.
What is it again?
I Can Sing an Opera.
I Can Sing an Opera.
Yes.
I really think it's important for classical stuff like this to be brought to the youth of today because everybody has ADD right now and no attention span. And if you can make opera and stuff like this like fun and interactive, it's so grounding for the youth. They need stuff like this.
Yeah, and the melodies. I mean,
They're fabulous. I mean, they're classic.
It's the best music that's been written in the Western world.
For hundreds of years.
So
Yeah.
did you play it for KeN the Fourth before he was born?
Yes.
So is he really smart?
So he got the foot of approval.
So you can tell he's like brilliant?
Well, yeah, as anything I should say, of course.
Exactly.
Yes.
Of course
The
he
right
is.
answer there, so.
Exactly.
He was at rehearsal the other day, and he was really intense.
He's in.
And when somebody sang a bad note, he'd start crying.
There you go. So he's got perfect pitch. I don't doubt it. I totally do not doubt it. So would you like to push a button?
All right, let's push one. This is it.
That's for KeN the Fourth. So you love that sound.
I know
That's a good. That's like phew.
I don't know what these are. What's this?
That's for you. Of
Thanks.
course. There you go. So give it up. Thank you so much. I'll see you in
All
New
right.
Jersey.
Thank you.
Yeah,
See you on
May
May
16th.
16th.
Yeah, we'll be back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
ReW and who? What's that you say? ReW and who? What's that you say? There's a quirky, cool new internet show